Welcome to the video, everyone. Today, I want to talk about steroids and how it's being normalized in the fitness industry nowadays. It seems like every time you open up Instagram, YouTube, every influencer is just on steroids. And it's very normalized. People promote it, people talk about it, and people are getting younger and younger, and they're using steroids. And it's such a sad thing to see. You may be a young man right now, maybe early teens, late teens, or early 20s, and you may be tempted to take steroids. You see everyone else doing it. You see the fame they get, the success they get, the body, the money, all these things you see, and you may be tempted to do the same. But today, I want to hopefully, even if it's one of you, convince you not to take steroids and to stay away from it. You may have a goal, something that you think will make you happy. You just want to reach this level and then you're going to be good. But I want you to realize that that point is not actually real. You're not actually going to feel satisfied at that point. And that relates to steroid use because a lot of people, when it comes to fitness, even without steroids, you may have a goal in mind. You may see someone with like a little bit of muscle, like maybe a movie star type body, like some Brad Pitt type thing. And you may be like, out of shape right now, whether you're skinny or overweight. And you may tell yourself, oh, I just want to look like Brad Pitt. Oh, that's the goal. Oh, I don't need to look like David Lade. I don't want to look like this. I don't want to look like a bodybuilder. I just want to look like an action star, and that's it. And as you train, you're going to eventually achieve that. And then you're going to realize, wow, I want more than this. I want to get bigger. I don't want to look like this anymore. Maybe I want to look like David Lade now. And your goals just keep continuously going further, right? You always want more. And as a natural, that's fine. That's in a moderation, that's healthy to achieve a goal physique and then always want more. But since it's natural, it's much better because it's natural, right? But the more extreme happens when you use steroids, okay? And I just want to know, I've never used steroids, by the way. I want to make that clear. But I can only imagine that with steroids, it's even worse because you're going to take steroids to achieve a physique that you think you may want, right? You don't want to look like Ronnie Coleman. You just want to look like whatever, right? And that's the physique you want. And soon you're going to take steroids, may or may not achieve that physique. And once you achieve it, you're going to realize that that's not enough for you. Now, you're in a pretty bad situation at this point because you've taken gear to achieve a physique that's unnatural, and now you're unhappy with it. So you can either go further from at this point. You can maybe take more steroids and continue progressing and keep achieving a even more unnatural physique, and you're not going to feel any better. You're still going to feel like you're not big enough, you're not lean enough, or whatever. And now you're at a point where you have an unnatural body. And you can't just keep taking it further. At some point, you're going to have to stop using this stuff, right? It may not be now, maybe 5-10 years, whatever it may be, but you're going to have to stop using steroids. And you're going to regress very hard, okay? So take that in, right? As a natural, maybe some of you have achieved a fit body and then lost it. And you know how that is mentally taxing. Even as a natural lifter, right? You achieved a great physique naturally. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy. Just whatever your best physique was naturally. And when you lost it, how did you feel? You felt bad about yourself because you're no longer where you used to be. And you want to be there again, right? But that's not too bad of a situation to be in because as a natural, you can then work hard and get that point back, right? To where you were. But imagine if you were to have had an unnatural physique and now you are off steroids, you will never be able to achieve that again. So no matter what you do, natural, you will never be happy. You're always going to be less than that. And think about how hard that would be, right? So it's in human nature to always want more, never be satisfied. So you really do not want to unlock that door of achieving something unnatural because at that point, anything less will never feel good because even achieving that and being at your best was not enough. So that was point number one. You will never be happy, okay? Whether you take steroids and you achieve that physique, you will not be happy then. You will not be happy as you achieve more. And you will be especially unhappy when you regress and get off steroids and now you're less than you were before. And no matter what you do, no matter what foods you eat, no matter how hard you train, you will never achieve that, right? So you will never be happy. And just realize that, okay? Especially you young guys, because the younger you are, the more short-term your goals are. And you just think about this summer, next year. You might think about maybe an event you want to look good for. And you may be tempted to take steroids or whatever to achieve that. But don't. Think long-term. Think that it's not worth it. You're not going to be happy. And it's much better to do it naturally. Now, the second thing I want to bring up, and this kind of leads into that short-term thinking that a lot of young guys have, right? You want to achieve your dream physique sooner than later. But I want to remind you guys that the natural journey is really awesome because you get to continue progressing for years and years and years, okay? You may start lifting when you're 18 or whatever. You're not going to peak at 23 or 24 or even 30. As a natural lifter, if you can prioritize your diet correctly, keep your hormones in check, train hard, and keep progressing, you're going to achieve your peaked physique somewhere in your 40s probably. So take that in. How cool is that? That for the next 20 years, 25 years, whatever your age may be, you can continue progressing, always getting better. Day after day, you're getting better and better and better. And how much more satisfying will that be when you're in your 40s? You're healthy. All of your friends around you, people you work with, they're going to be out of shape. They're going to be on medication. They're going to be all out of whack. But you prioritize this natural journey and you trained hard all of your life. You prioritized your health, your fitness before all else. Because this is bigger than just a physique, guys. I know when you're younger, you just want to get a cool physique and that's the cool thing to do. But trust me, it's more than that, guys. Really. It's about health. It's about having a better life because as you get older, you may not realize it now because you're young and you have no problems. But when you get older, taking care of yourself is going to pay off, all right? And ruining yourself with steroids and messing up your hormones and forever having to be on TRT or any other things, it's not going to be worth it. So you need to embrace the longevity of natural lifting and how awesome it can be. Because you can keep progressing, you're always going to be happy because you're continuously progressing, and you're going to be healthy. And it's really going to pay off. When you're in your 40s or whatever, you're going to be very happy because you're going to look young, you're going to feel young, and you're going to perform young. And especially with steroids, guys, that stuff is so taxing on your body, it's going to age you incredibly fast. I'm 26, and I take care of myself. That's why I, look young, I feel young, I don't have any pains, nothing. And I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to be young when I'm old. So embrace that, guys. Stop thinking short term. Stop thinking next year, next summer, whatever. Embrace the long journey and realize what a true blessing it is to be able to do that. Last but not least, I already kind of touched on it, but there's a lot of side effects of taking steroids, right? It's horrible for your organs and your insides. It's going to age you, your face. No one cares if you're jacked if you look like you're 40 at 25. No one's going to care, all right? It's not worth it. It's going to age you. It's going to make you bald. It's going to shrink your testicles. It's going to ruin your hormones. It's going to give you mood swings. And especially, that kind of reminds me on a small little topic, but you guys know how it is as men to deal with your own mental, right? Having to control yourself and be in control of your emotions and to do the right thing and to be a good man. We already know how hard that is already naturally. Imagine when you're injecting yourself with stuff and messing up your hormones. Now, I know some of you may be saying, oh, but I used to have low test and now I injected test and now I have high test and now I'm all energetic and I'm getting shit done and my life's better than ever. Well, you could have done that naturally. You don't need crazy amounts of testosterone unnaturally to do that. You can just prioritize your health, training, sleeping. Your test is going to be through the roof. Supplementing magnesium, vitamin D, zinc. You're going to get testosterone. So that's just an excuse. You do not need to be injecting it. Taking all these steroids, it's going to have a lot of side effects, and it's just not worth it. And because you're thinking so short term, you're not thinking about these things, but these things will hit you, and it's going to hit you fucking hard. So it's just not worth it. It truly is not worth it. And it's so sad to see this being normalized. I feel like it's been worse than ever at this point. A few years ago, I've been lifting for 9 years at this point. Years ago when I got into lifting, it was kind of there. People didn't really talk about it, but now it seems like everyone's talking about it and everyone's promoting it, and they're saying how much better their life is because of it. And it's just ridiculous to me. It is absolutely ridiculous to me. And that's why I wanted to film this video. I hope that even with this little video, I convinced one of you guys to not take steroids and to do it naturally, right? Especially if you're young and I convinced you, then my goal is complete. I'm very happy with that, because it is not worth it, guys. Just do not do it. Please stay natural. You can do it. And by the way, being natural, you can achieve a sick ass physique. All right. Don't get me wrong. All right. You're going to achieve a sick ass physique. Like, come on, man. My arms are big as hell. For a natural, that's not bad. All right. That's not bad. I'm natural. I've always been natural. You can always achieve a great physique, guys. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are inspired to stay natural. Don't fall into this stupid shit that's being pushed nowadays. It's not worth it. If you guys haven't already, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.